Just imagine you're a homeless dude on the side of the street. It's nighttime. You're trying to have a beer and jerk off, and they start playing the Wiggles, and it's like you're ruining my buzz here. You know, just having a nice Friday night at home on the street.
I know. I think so. I think they got too excited. They're like, "You're giving me too much of a buzz." Hey, I'm trying to calm down on my heroin, and you're making this party too hard.
I am overstimulated, sir. I do not want to be.
So on our upcoming flight, you're probably expecting absolutely top fine food.
Of course. Only the best.
Even though every review online says it looks like crap.
Yes.
But at least it's going to be better than what the menu on China Eastern Airlines business class menu actually stated that it has. And someone posted a picture online.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what it says?
China East Airlines.
China Eastern. So it's actually a big airline here because it connects with Qantas. So
Okay.
even though that has nothing to do with this, but it is a well-known airline for that reason. But
and the menu, the business class menu, had something on it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're using Translate, and they I'm going to say that's their defense, but.
All right. Well, I don't know. Is it something like that you wouldn't see anywhere else, like an exotic horse meat or something, or?
No, you would see it in a lot of places. It's a very common food.
Okay. Chicken?
Yep, that's the story. They have chicken.
The weird story of the week, airline service.
Okay, that is one of the options on the menu, though. Stir-fried chicken with abalone is lower down on the menu.
All right.
So you actually are correct. But they, for appetizers, they do have listed imported dog food.
I mean, maybe some people are into that.
A fine business class man enjoys a good dog food.
What would be funny is if you ordered it and they actually brought you like a can of dog food. Or like, do you want it heated? How do you want it?
What would be even better is like if you did order it and they bring you like regular food and you're like, this is not what I ordered.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I've never ordered dog food on a plane before, but maybe it's a delicacy. I don't know.
Well, the other thing is like, what could you actually have translated wrong? Because
oh God.
Because if it said something like hot dog, right, and it said cold dog, then you could say, well, okay, they wanted hot dog, translate something.
Yeah.
Mr. Dog. But you're not going to have imported dog food as hot dog.
It'd be worse if it was domestic dog food or food. You want the imported stuff to know it's high quality. They brought it in from Indonesia or somewhere.
None of that Chinese dog food.
Yeah, none of that. I hope the person who took the photo actually ordered the dog food. You don't have to eat it; just find out what it is. Yeah.
Sadly, no. I mean, we're in this society of whingers who.
If we are on a plane and dog food is on the menu, I will order it. I promise.
Okay, that is a guarantee.
It is. I'm not necessarily going to eat it, just going to order it and see what it is. Take photos and videos.
I mean, yeah, if we go somewhere and they have imported dog food, you're going to have to. You
kind of have to, just to no one else is going to order it, so see what you get. Maybe it's like a secret competition. You have to order the dog food and you win like 1 million air miles or something. But first you have to be brave enough to order the dog food.
That would actually be an epic thing if we ran an airline in our consulting business.
Yes.
You win 1 million, the new China Eastern, 1 million miles. So long as you order the dog food.
Exactly. Nobody is ever going to order it, but the competition is in place. And they're like, fuck, how did you guys know to order the dog food?
For 1 year, yeah, we offered. Now just imagine for a minute, perhaps you may be on a plane with, let's just say it's probably going to hit a bit home for you, so I'm sorry for bringing this up if it's a touchy subject, but let's just say that you're on a plane with your dominatrix and you guys like to play dog play, and then this is on the menu.
Stop reading my diary. God damn it. I told you, that's private. But yeah.
Like, you'd be forced to order it.
You would. You'd literally be forced to order it and have a good time with it. So yeah.
I think that's why I take offense to it. It's discriminatory against those in the BDSM community who want to take an innocent flight and don't want their play to be indulged or forced upon them by China Eastern Airways.
I think so. I feel like there's a lot of people being attacked by this option on the menu right now.
We should call them and complain.
Yeah.
Not because we think it's wrong to serve dog food, but as keen BDSM dog play people.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't let me take my dog bowl and carry on, but you let me eat dog food.
Exactly.
Well, a person, so last week, I'm not even sure how to put this. I was going to give away the whole story with saying that. Okay. So a man killed his son in India last week, we'll just say.
Okay.
Over a very serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the son did?
Did he have a bigger penis than the father?
No.
Oh.
No, this is not your story.
That'd make a way better movie. Okay.
Well, maybe you, because you identify with it. But
well, in that case, did he like drink his beer or something? Drink his last beer?
Nah, it's along those lines.
Okay.
What could they have been doing while that would have happened?
Being at a swingers party.
No. No, they were watching TV.
Okay. Watching TV.
And the son turned the TV off.
Okay.
And so the dad killed him.
But did he turn it off, disrespectfully? Is there a reason why he, maybe he was like, hey, Dad, we need to have a serious chat. And the dad was like, fuck you, you're dead. And
No, the son turned the TV off. So the incident took place on Sunday when the victim demanded his father first prepare dinner and then watch the match that they were watching.
Okay.
But the father was too engrossed in watching the match on TV at the time.
Okay. So
Enraged. So he wanted... So yeah, he wanted his dad to make dinner.
Okay. So
Now, some key points of this is that they're watching the World Cup final cricket.
Yeah.
Now, that does go for 9 hours.
Sure.
So if he's sitting there for 9 hours, then that's a long time to not be eating dinner. So there is some sympathy for the son, I guess, but you don't turn a man's TV off during a sporting event.
Offend your people, but cricket is fucking terrible. And why would people watch it all day long? Like, what the fuck? It is the third worst sport in the world. It's terrible. So
behind what?
Behind I don't even know. Fucking women's soccer and and technically I turned it off to do the podcast last week, so technically I'm entitled to murder you. No, it's not an entitlement. I didn't turn it off on you.
You did. It's basically the same.
Well, okay then. I'm glad I'm not going to see you for a while. So forget about it. Until you're really drunk, and then you're going to be like, I turned off the World Cup final. I apologize, sir. I apologize. If I'd known, I still would have said we need to do it at the same time. Because cricket is fucking awful. But yeah, I feel like 9 hours is too long to watch cricket in your life. Never mind in an afternoon or daytime. Go make fucking dinner for your kid. God damn it. But then, so did the guy kill his kid and then sit and watch the rest of the World Cup final?
That is the question. What do you do at that point? Like, I mean, especially because like hey, you got to deal with the body. Like,
why are you not moving? Oh yeah. Okay.
You see that shot, son? How good was that? Oh right, that's.
Yeah, that's what happened. Your brother at the last World Cup. So he was so involved in watching it that he couldn't get the dad wouldn't stop to give his attention to the son. Yeah. So
then an argument then turned into a physical altercation. And then he strangled his son with an electric cable. But then he fled after committing the crime, but then was caught by police. So he missed the game. I feel like if you're gonna murder your son over, this is a big call, but if you're gonna murder your son over a sporting match, you should at least watch that sporting match. Like,
yeah. So this happened in India, right? And India were in the final.
Yeah. So Australia played India. Australia beat India.
I must be so pissed off.
Yeah, imagine. Not only that, right? So also, like, India was pissed off. All of India was pissed off about the whole thing in so many ways because, like, they were the best team coming into this. They hadn't lost. They were playing in India. Cricket, more so than any other sport, the home team has a massive advantage because you can basically make the ground suit you.
Okay.
So it gives you a massive advantage. But Australia sneakily went the day before to check the ground to see what it was, and then Australia won the toss and then basically screwed up all their plans. So then Indian people were upset about it. So there's this whole massive thing of India being upset about this was their game to win their home World Cup. They'd been the most dominant side. They won every game and they'd beaten Australia in the lead up to it. And then Australia then goes and beats them. So on top of all of that, this guy's also killed his son, had to run away, missed the game. And then I'm assuming he was in a police cell and found out that they lost.
At some stage, he's just like, can you tell me what score the World Cup final was? Australia won. Fuck.
But then even late into it, India then also looked like they were going to win. So there were videos someone had posted a video of these Indian people at the casino here celebrating because they're like so excited. They're like, oh, we're going to win. And then all of a sudden it turns on them not celebrating. So, yeah, it's like a very much like they're a far better side. So, yeah, there's a lot of upset and anger in India about losing.
Yeah.
Without murdering your son.
I can imagine, you know, you spend 9 hours watching a fucking game of cricket. You're pissed off at that. Even if your team wins, you're going to be pissed off because it's fucking terrible. But then
well, you know the 9 hours. You know, the 9 hours is like the sped up version that they invented because the 5-day version is too long.
Yeah.
But they still play 5 days.
I mean, it's the most ridiculous thing, playing a sport over 5 days. Fuck off. Like, I got 2 hours. Give me sport. Not fucking, you know. It's like American football. Like, how do you have time to have a fucking concert at halftime? Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but American football is like a third of the time of that.
And still,
which is a 15th of a time of a test match of cricket.
It's still too long, all right? It's just ridiculous. So, yeah, not a fan of the sports with the long times. Also, how is it a sport if you can wear a jumper, like a full-on sweater, knitted thing? Do they still do that? I don't know.
Not in India. India is they have like the opposite problem where. So, like the game before, 2 games before that, Australia were playing, and basically one player won the whole game on his own. And like towards the end, his entire body cramped, and like he was like literally on the ground, and they're like trying to like force him up and whatever, and like he had to keep going because if he didn't, they were going to lose. But yeah, he individually won the thing, but like. He was so drained from because it's so hot and running in the heat and all that kind of stuff that it is, like it's a crazy problem over there. And also again for 9 hours, like it's a substantial thing to But then they play in places like England where it does get cold and they wear a sweater.
They have to stop for tea and lunchtime.
Literally.
Come on, dude. It's great.
I actually saw a thing of back in the day, they actually literally women brought out trays of tea for the tea break. Like,
oh God, there you go. What a thing. Well, anyway, congratulations to Australia for winning the Cricket World Cup and causing the death of a young man who was only just trying to get his dinner. So proud.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what you get when you turn off the TV.
So if you're a son, don't turn off the TV when your dad's watching a game. No matter how terrible the sport is, watch the fucking game.
Make your own dinner
or something.
The moral of the story is make your own dinner.
Yeah, learn dinner making skills at an early age.
Yeah, well, that's one life lesson. Mm-hmm. For another life lesson, how should you not arrive to pick someone up who's been arrested drink driving?
Well, I would imagine drunk yourself. Probably.
Well, someone got caught doing exactly that.
Beautiful.
A 36-year-old man from Spooner in Washburn County, Wisconsin. He was arrested for OWI, operating while intoxicated, I guess it is, with a 6-year-old in the car after arriving at the sheriff's department jail intoxicated.
Yep, that was a mistake.
This is a pretty wild Saturday night. So he'd driven to the jail just before 7 p.m. to pick up another intoxicated individual that had been arrested earlier Saturday evening. So by 7 p.m., 2 of them had already turned up to the police station drunk.
Okay, nice. Think you would learn the lesson, but hey, that's the most. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like, how can you think it's okay to do that? Fine. Well, yeah, life lesson. Don't go pick someone up when you're drunk, because you will be in trouble too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Okay, well, a man stole $1,200 of what in St. Louis?
St. Louis. Lingerie. Or...
No, that's too normal.
It's just an everyday occurrence right there. Okay. In St. Louis, I don't know what it would be. Probiotic yogurt.
It's not too far off, I guess. I mean, it is, but it's in the scheme of things. He broke into a former seafood market and restaurant. And that is now used for storage.
Okay.
And he was arrested for stealing over $1,200 of air fresheners.
What are you doing with that many air fresheners, my friend? Everyone's Christmas gift. I got you some air fresheners.
There were Airwick air fresheners.
Oh, beautiful.
Do you have that in Ireland? Because we have it here.
Yeah.
We don't have $1,200 left.
Isn't that like 2,400 of them?
It would be a lot.
Yeah.
And 24 cases of tea.
Of what?
Tea.
Oh, okay. He's having a good night in for himself. Some tea and some air fresheners.
That's going to be like the entire car full.
Yeah. Just backing up the car. Score. Got some tea and some air fresheners. This is better than I expected. What do you even do with something like that? Like, what is your plan? Are you going to sell them on eBay? Are you going to bring them down to the local flea market or whatever you got? I don't know.
Well, there's actually a really funny twist to this. So when he broke in, the police turned up, and they found him with a shopping trolley full of air fresheners, and a meat cleaver. Despite orders to stop, he fled from police and tried to hide within the building.
Okay.
When they told him to surrender, he ignored, but he eventually surrendered because they threatened to release the canine unit on him if he wouldn't surrender. But with the air fresheners not have thrown off the canine unit.
Just put them all around in a big circle. They'll never find me. I'm invisible to the canine unit.
Basically, anything else you would get caught. But if you had $1,200 worth of air fresheners, I feel like you could hide from the canine unit.
I think you could. It's just like, no, that's not a bad guy. That smells like sea blossom. So we're good. Oh.
The other thing is when they go off, so essentially you'd have to freshen a lot of air to.
Yep. I feel like it would be just you wouldn't need any aftershave for months. Fine. Just carry an airwick with you. Oh wow.
I mean, they're not even worth enough to sell. So what the hell would you do with? Try to exchange with restaurants.
Go to the supermarket. Hey, I bought all of these air fresheners. I'd like a refund, please. I don't have my receipt. I'll take store credit. It's fine. Yes, indeed.
Well, a man has stolen your retirement goals.
Which one? Which retirement plan? I've got 4 of them, so.
Well, why don't you take a guess at what he's done? This man, what he's decided to dedicate his retirement. Sure.
Is he touring the world with Motley Crue and trying to take over all the groupie activities? No. Although there is a small link there, okay. And by that I mean a big link. Okay. All right, tell me what he's doing. Well, I'll give you one clue in that one member of Motley Crue is known to have a large member, so to speak. Yes, we've all seen the video. So this does include this retiree has decided to dedicate himself to something to do with large penises. So do you want to fill in the gaps of the rest of it? Is he going to undertake some sort of penis enlargement therapy and then go around showing people how to enlarge their penises? No. No. All right, then. It's a missed opportunity, but all right. So. Okay, well, retiree records bat sex in church attic. Helps scientists solve the mystery of the species super long penis. Okay. So he made some bat porn and what in the church. In the church, of course. It's where all the good stuff happens. For research purposes. Yeah. While naked. Just for authenticity. So yeah, apparently it's been one of the animal kingdom's most biggest mysteries. Why bats have such big penises. Okay. I didn't know that. Now I understand Batman an awful lot better. So they call me Batman. Why? Here's why. Next year's authentic Batman movie. It's not the Batman you're used to seeing on screen. I was bitten by a bat when I was younger, but it had a side effect that, well, maybe that's what happened with the Ozzy Osbourne thing. Like that was, maybe he was doing research and trying to figure out if it. Yeah, maybe so. Now he's just got a huge dick and he can't do anything with it. He's like, no, it's too big. Sorry. It's just that's just Aussie for you. So. And to think like, yeah, back in 3 years ago, someone ate a bat and then we all got sick.
when we all could have gone.
The side effects could have been so different.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Now that would be a movie. There's a pandemic, but the pandemic is...
Why aren't viruses like this? Why can't they give us things that we want? Just go to the doctor. I don't feel right. It's like, yeah, we can cure you of this. Would the big dick go away? Like, can I keep it? I'll just stay sick. It's fine. Yeah, Jesus. So what did they resolve anyway? What did they find out about the bat penis?
Well, sorry, mister. I
just need to fill in some blanks here.
Well, firstly, their penises are around 7 times longer than the vaginas of female serotin bats.
Well, that's going to be difficult.
And strangest still, the head of the penis expands into the shape of a heart.
Okay.
Making it 7 times wider.
Well, there you go.
Now, the problem with this, if there was a pandemic, is there is no way it can penetrate with this structure.
Okay.
And it says relatively little is known about how bats mate because it is difficult to observe.
Sure.
And the scientists could not see a way of solving this mystery. But then they got a strange-looking email.
Yeah, we all get those.
So the next thing, it goes to a title of, and I quote, "A bat porn box." Now, the first line is penis was the first word of the email subject line, followed by something in Dutch. Then the word epithecus. Then the scientist said, "So I was thinking, okay, that looks like spam."
Yeah.
However, as you would know, epithecus is the genus of the serotonin bat.
Of course.
So he risked opening the email and watching the videos inside.
Sure.
So we've just learned.
Sex email, whatever.
Yeah, well, we've just learned if you want to send researchers absurd video emails, just make sure you have some topical jargon in the subject line.
Put in some science words. Oh, God. And
then you can send them a long, detailed email about why gorilla penises aren't big enough. From my personal experience.
Okay. Well, we shall research that and see. Find it hilarious. Like, I only opened this what looks like porn email just because I saw this one word. I normally don't open those emails, I promise. It just felt like this one might be good. So yeah.
Yeah, if he was doing his job properly, he would check every email. So
I'm sure he does.
If there's one person in the world who should be watching bestiality,
maybe.
So he risked opening the email and watching the videos inside. The email was from a retiree with no scientific background who lives in the southern village of somewhere in the Netherlands. He had become interested in a population of bats living in the attic of a local church and had set up cameras recording huge amounts of footage.
Beautiful.
As all great people do.
Yes.
His passion, this is a quote, "Passion made him the best guy to understand the bats," and the retiree was named as a co-author of the study. So they analyzed they analyzed 93 mating events in the church attic, as well as 4 recorded at a bat rehab center in war-torn Ukraine.
Okay. It's kind of kind of weird, but okay.
They observed them mating, and so female bats have a large membrane between their tail and ankles, which they use to shield their genitals. During mating, the males grab the females by the nape and use their large penises like an extra arm to reach around and remove this membrane. I don't even understand what that means.
So imagine the email, though. Great news, guys. I filmed a load of bats having sex. You're going to want to see this. Just enter your credit card details. You got full access.
Yeah, but sadly, that's not how Batman was made.
That remains to be seen. But his email just should have been a big bat cocks attack female. So anyway, it's good. It's good that we now know that there are people filming bats having sex in churches, and this retiree is going around just filming animals.
Don't forget there are people in war-torn Ukraine also filming bats having sex.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of weird. Less of them. They're not as turned on. They're not as horny over in the Ukraine. There's only 4 instances. So yeah. Good stuff, though. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, you've been known to get in trouble because of your panties.
Once or twice. Yeah.
Well, a New York City robbery suspect was caught because of his colorful underwear.
Okay. So don't wear colorful underwear is what we're going with, isn't it? Just.
Well, if you're going to rob a store, yeah.
All right. I'm learning so much. But, all right. So how did they? I mean, surely lots of people wear different colored underwear.
Well, this guy's wearing very specific underwear that's very colorful and very low. But yeah, his low slung trousers helped police arrest him more than a year later. So he robbed a tobacco store last year.
Okay.
3 masked men got out of a Mazda and entered the store. 2 of the men pointed guns at employees and customers while a third entered the cash register. But then they fled. But the surveillance videos that were disseminated through social media showed the third robber wearing brightly colored briefs with the large letter R in white and the year 1990 in yellow. An anonymous tipster passed along the Instagram handle of the suspect with the colorful underwear, the complaint said.
Okay, so somebody is a rat. Okay.
But they were able to identify him based on his Instagram account and also the colorful underwear.
All right, lesson learned. I mean, I think we all knew that this was going to happen as soon as Calvin Klein started putting his name on underwear and then just walking around breaking laws, doing crimes. People knew, hey, that's Calvin Klein. So he became a big brand of underwear so that nobody would know it was him. But yeah, definitely don't leave identifying pictures of your underwear if you're going to do breaking crimes. It's good advice.
Yeah. Leave your colorful G-strings at home.
Yeah. Just be aware.
Nothing but tidy whities when you're committing crimes.
Put on a fucking belt and stop being a fucking idiot as well. That's another thing. So.
Yeah. Well, in local news, locally here, a wife is protesting a brothel.
Okay.
after her husband spent, how much do you think for a 7-hour session?
A 7-hour session.
A 7-hour session that the sex workers were so tired they couldn't continue.
Okay. I'm going to say he spent 10 grand.
No, you've gone over. It was 6,000.
Damn, I was going to say 7, so that would have been better, but all right. So he spent 6 grand, and so this woman's protesting?
She's going to protest the brothel, outside the brothel, because her husband spent the $6,000. Now, he paid cash for the first hour because he did not want his wife to find out.
Okay. The second hour, he's like, fuck it.
Yeah. So literally, he then paid for more fetish and fantasy action by bank transfer before pulling out his credit card when a further transaction failed to go through.
Okay.
After his wife found out about the X-rated session, he told her that he was drunk and on drugs at the time and could not remember a thing.
Okay.
But then the owner of the brothel says the gentleman seemed coherent at the time and even successfully negotiated a discount with one of her girls. Now that seems dodgy because 6,000 is a lot for if he's negotiating. What were they doing?
Well, maybe we're going to find out. But
the owner of the brothel. Sorry,
this is like a legal thing. Everything is completely above board. Like brothels are legal there, so he can spend 6,000 if he wants to. It's just his wife is pissed off because he spent the money.
Yeah. And he's saying he was drunk and on drugs, and that's why. But
yeah. I don't buy it. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, the owner of the brothel is fine with the woman peacefully protesting, but hopes her demonstration doesn't put off any paying customers.
Yeah, of course.
And she added that the man had wanted to pay for more raunchy activities, but the sex workers were too tired to carry on.
Yep. That's when you know you've had a good day. You've tired out your sex worker. They can't. They refuse to continue. No, I've had too much.
Yeah, she added that it was unclear whether the woman was more upset with her husband or with the women for spending too much money. Yeah. So,
I mean, like you're right. It does seem like a lot for 7 hours. I mean, what's the usual price for an hour? Like, what is he? We need all the details. They need to tell us what exactly he got for his $6,000.
Well, it must have been something wild if he was.
Yeah. You know, he just went in and was like, I want to first watch this video of bats that I made. Then we're going to do some strange stuff, ladies. I hope it was like he walked in, he's like, it's my birthday. I'm going to do fucking everything I've ever considered being interesting to me.
Well, he must have, because it actually says on their website, so 60 minutes is $300.
Okay. So
he still somehow doubled that.
Yeah. He must have added some very kinky stuff, some very additional charges.
Yeah, he must have really got into it. Like, yeah. I'm surprised that they didn't put in there, like, this is what he did for his amount.
Yeah, I think the real story is in what he got for his $6,000 and how much of a discount he negotiated with the one girl. So, you know.
Yeah, for research purposes.
Of course.
We have a bat to film. Well,
just in case we ever have $6,000 we want to
Throw away.
Investigate with, for 7 hours on a Tuesday. You know.
Well, have you ever got a free item from a store?
Have I ever gotten a free item from a store? Yeah, I guess. Free, like when you buy something, you get something else free or whatever.
Yeah. Have you ever got one that was interesting?
Nothing that I can remember as being outstanding. No, nothing in particular.
Well, there's been a problem with a certain business that was giving out free hats that people be throwing away as they leave because, well, it's for a brothel.
Spend $6,000, get a free hat.
Yeah, I hope you got a free hat for that.
I hope so.
But it's not the same place. But
well, they should still have merch. You can buy my favorite brothel. Oh yeah, fantastic. Don't throw them away. Give them to like the charity shops or something. Donate them to a good cause.
Yeah, but the problem is if you're leaving there at like 3 a.m. and going home to your wife, I don't think you would.
Honey, look, I got a free hat. Yeah.
Yeah, but so there's been a whole heap apparently left in the same street. So yeah, they say that we assume most customers might be a little shy about strutting around in merchandise indicating they've been in a brothel.
Yeah. You just tell people I was just there for the company, not the sexual activities. Just it's a good vibe. I like it.
I was installing their plumbing, I swear.
Yeah. I was just there on a work trip, taking care of some business for them,
Well, then the other thing that they're mentioning is workers who go there during their lunch break.
How was lunch? Pretty good. Got a free hat.
It also brings up that a few years ago that all of a sudden they must have chucked out all their mattresses and just left them on the side of the road.
Nice.
So yeah, there was a street full of used mattresses.
The most hygienic thing you can do with the mattresses, just throw them out on the street and someone else's problem.
And it also says that they're an 8-star venue.
Okay.
But no information on why.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd want to know why. What did you get this rating for? Like your food service or something else? Your free hats? You know what's going to make our brothel more popular? Let's give everyone hats. You get a free hat every time. But if you fill out your loyalty card, you get a scarf as well. And a t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, you keep going on about how we have to visit the Himba tribe of Namibia.
Do I?
Yes, you mentioned it several times.
This is news to me, but all right, let's see where we're going. I'm feeling like these guys get up to some stuff that we're gonna learn about.
Well, what is the reason you want to visit the Himba tribe?
I mean, I'm all about cultural diversity. I presume we can find out.
I mean, you could say that.
So let's just learn about their culture. What do they What did they bring to our cultural exchange?
Well, I mean, you're being a bit innocent, but you can be honest about the real reasons why.
No, I can't.
All right. Well, in the harsh Namibian desert lives a semi-nomadic tribe with ancient and very strange customs when it comes to sex.
Okay.
The Himba people have marital and moral views that are completely different from Western culture.
Okay.
For the Himba people, their husbands giving their wives to visitors to have sex with is considered the highest form of hospitality.
Okay. Now I know why we're going. Yeah.
The unusual custom is said to show a warm welcome to strangers and eliminates the kind of jealousy that can affect more conventional marriages.
I get it. Yeah, that's, I mean, if you went to stay with your pal and he's like, hey, you're sleeping with my wife tonight, you would be like, I feel very welcome. This is great hospitality. If every Airbnb superhost had this, they'd all get like A ratings. It'd be great.
Or it'd be funny with the Airbnb, how they have like those crazy cleaning rules and whatever. They have the opposite. It's like if you don't do it, then it becomes a problem.
If you don't sleep with my wife, that's fine.
You clearly agreed to it.
Yeah.
You agreed to wash the dishes and sleep with my wife, so.
Yes, indeed. So, you got to pay the charges if you don't do it. So you better get on it for 7 hours. So, so yeah. I can see that becoming quite popular with single dudes. We're like, coming to visit you, my friend.
Why do you all of a sudden want to go to Namibia, of all places?
I just heard they're very hospitable. That's all. I want to sample their culture.
I'm very big on culture. I'm always talking about culture.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
So, according to this age-old tradition, a man can allow his wife to sleep with any man who wants to spend the night in his home. While the visitor is spending a nice time with the wife, the husband is expected to spend the night in another room.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the young generation are feeling ashamed of their roots. Sorry?
Idiots. Ruining culture.
A lot of boys leave the village and go down into the town to try to find a job. So, yeah, sadly, the culture is dying out.
It's such a shame, because it's just the old ways are dying, and you want to preserve them for the world so that, you can move to a village and sleep with everyone's wife by staying a night in their house. So,
yeah. Imagine being like one of those old-time explorers. Like randomly coming across this tribe and then...
Yeah. They're like, do the business. You got to do it.
I'll sleep in that room. You sleep here with her.
Yeah. She really likes it with you. Tickle her this way. And you'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Now, what is the problem with smearing poop on someone's car?
There are many problems with smearing poop on someone's car. But mostly, I would say it is quite disgusting. So yeah, please don't do that to my car. That would be great.
there was a news story that the man had been arrested for smearing on the car. But he revealed that he had mistakenly targeted the vehicle of a chicken seller instead of his intended neighbor.
An innocent chicken seller.
Stating that he was targeting his neighbor of many years who always caused trouble for him, but didn't dare to directly confront him, so he chose to smear poop on his car instead.
Great. Always irrational. If you come up with the idea, I'm going to get this fucker by smearing poo all over his car, you just need to take a step back and think, is this what Jesus would do? And yes, probably. Just try,
Well, there were handwritten notes adorned the vehicle containing vulgar language and addressing a person with the surname Tan. But yeah, like imagine going back to your car and you get these abusive messages and that, and you're like, well.
Yep, indeed.
Oh
my God.
So it was at a market, and yeah, the chicken stall owner was at the nearby market. He was shocked and angered and learned about the incident from a fellow worker there. She called the police, emphasizing the need for a swift intervention. So she left her car there and continued working.
Okay. Yeah, as you would. Like, I'm not touching that car. It's smeared with shit. So.
The car was similar. It parked in the same car park, same color, and even a similar license plate.
Oh, okay. You got to double check though. You got to double check that you got the right car when you're doing it. So.
Yeah, I mean it's a small mistake to make, I guess.
You didn't prepare well enough, and if you don't prepare, then you're prepared to fail. So, I mean, somebody's car got shit all over it, but not the right car. Now he's got to save up more poop. That's the right one. So, yeah.
And you got two pissed off people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, inflation is like a big issue everywhere.
Yes.
And whose fault is inflation?
Yours. Just literally yours.
Technically.
I don't know. Is it? Let's blame Jeff Bezos. Or
let's just say that so the Australian, the bank, that controls inflation,
mm-hmm.
has called out a few things. One of them you wouldn't contribute to, though, but I would.
Okay.
Possibly both of them you wouldn't contribute to, but I would.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. It's dangerous territory, man. I don't know. I feel like this could be a volatile subject.
Well, the governor of the RBA, the Royal Bank of Australia, has sparked backlash for suggesting Australians going for haircuts and dentist visits are to blame for high inflation.
Yeah, I can see that. People getting haircuts. I mean, what the hell? Just everybody needs to chill out with their fucking haircuts. Yeah, dentist prices have been ridiculous for years. So maybe they're just too greedy. So they're causing it. Fair enough. But yeah, I agree. All those people wasting money on haircuts.
Yep. So that's what's affecting the economy is.
Yeah, I can understand it. If people stopped getting haircuts, the economy would be better. So, except for hairdressers, and barbers, so, they'd be fucked. But everyone else would be just a-okay.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's our fault at the end of the day. We destroy the economy.
Trust the Royal Bank of Anywhere to say that it's the normal people getting haircuts. It's like the whole let them eat cake thing. Don't let them get haircuts. They're ruining the economy. Getting their teeth fixed. How dare they?
Well, finally, there's only one band that can really fight the government in Australia.
Only one band?
Yeah, there's only one band. Like, you have U2 with their like preachiness. Australia, we have our own band that.
So this is an Australian band, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's only like a handful of them, so who I would know. So is it AC/DC or is it Wolf Mother?
No,
those are the two I'm aware of.
Arguably bigger than both.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have a very limited taste in classic rock. That's I don't know anyone else.
Well, this did start as a classic rock band, growing to be a lot bigger.
I don't know. The Minogue sisters. I'd go.
Danny is the highlight there, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. Who is it? Who could fight the government? Which band?
Well, they're fighting the government because the government decided to use their music to get rid of homeless people.
Okay. like to drive the homeless people away. Like they'd be like, I don't want to listen to this shit. So
yeah. Literally, that was the thing, and then they've taken offense to that.
All right, who's the band? I've got
The Wiggles.
Oh, the Wiggles. Yeah, they probably are bigger than than all of the rock music bands in the history of the world.
So did they have they just replace themselves and have a new band that play as like a franchise of themselves?
I mean, you can see why the government went that route, though. You imagine you're a homeless dude on the side of the street. It's nighttime. You're trying to have a beer and jerk off, and they start playing the Wiggles, and it's like you're ruining my buzz here. Just having a nice Friday night at home on the street.
I know. I think so. I think they got too excited. They're like, "You're giving me too much of a buzz." Hey, I'm trying to calm down on my heroin, and you're making this party too high.
I am overstimulated, sir. I do not want to be. This is going to wreck my buzz for weeks. So,
the children's song "Hot Potato" is being played on a loop at a shelter that is being used by homeless people.
At a shelter.
It's not a homeless shelter. It's like a shelter from shade, I guess.
Okay.
And homeless people decide to live there.
Okay.
And what the local council concedes is a bid to discourage people from loitering and congregating at the site. Now, the Wiggles are upset because they say the Wiggles music is created to bring joy and happiness to children and families around the world.
Yeah, that's not working out for them. They're being used for homeless evictions and sex parties. So.
We should make music that is specifically made for homeless evictions. We take offense if you use it in any other circumstance.
Yeah.
Move.
The song "Get the Fuck Off My Street." What the hell do you think that's about?
Move, bummy, 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 move. Done, new hit.
It is. It sounds great.
You know, I actually think if you did make homeless people moving music, it would actually be a subgenre that would go viral.
Well, cities and councils around the world would buy it anyway. So
no, and they play it on loop. So as long as they're using Spotify, that's 24/7 play.
Yeah,
that's a lot of.
This is
it. We should have ads in the middle.
Yeah, man, that'd be sweet.
This song brought to you by Joe's Methadone, the only methadone to help you get off heroin.
The best part would be sitting around a pool at like some fancy resort and like, you know, all these celebrities are like, so how did you make your money? Well, I made songs that are played on loop all around the world to discourage homeless people from being here. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah.
I topped the charts. The top of the homeless people shooing charts.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if they just want to use something other than the Wiggles, then that's a genre that can take off, I think. So. The
same the same council back in 2017 got in trouble for playing I Go to Rio on loop as well.
I mean, you got to play something on a loop, you know. You can't just leave people be.
I do like the subtlety of like I Go to Rio as a way to say go to Rio and get lost from out.
Yeah. It's way better there. Go to just put posters. Rio, what a great place to visit. Yeah. I love it. Fantastic.
There's probably going to be some better song to play.
There is. I mean, they'll find their playlist eventually. Can you make money off putting a playlist together for that purpose? That should be what we do. Like just refresh it.
I have the number one Spotify playlist for shooing homeless people away.
Yeah, I didn't choose this life; it chose me. But, yeah, here we are, shooting homeless people. But,
if you like pina coladas,
at the same
get
time,
out of my shelter.
Providing entertainment. It's just music that people put out for entertainment purposes and for moving people along.
Yeah. Just absurd music that is only aimed at. Well, they can just play national anthems of random countries on a loop.
This week's music is the national anthem of Macedonia. We're going to play it on loop for 7 days.
Backwards. We'll play it backwards too.
What's funny is if any of them are from Macedonian backgrounds, they have to salute the whole time. So eventually they'll just be like, I'm getting out of here. So it'll work.
Well, they should just play the Judas Priest song that they got sued for backwards the whole time.
That is a great idea. So, you know.
If you had a savage man who really wanted to get the job done.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting take for sure. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you could put on it that would work. But yeah. I think the money is really in just creating your own music for it. But you know, we'll have to see how that goes.
I think it's going to be our next venture.
Alongside the consultancy business, this is what's going to break us. So
we consult people on what to play.
Yeah, there you go.
And then tell them DJ Hobo Move Off, which happens to be us.
It's a great name. It's a catchy name. I like that about it. It's super catchy. It's all around the world, people will be like, you heard DJ Hobo Move Off? It's great.
Oi, Hobo, get off my lawn.
There you go.
And then you can yell it out. And then if people get upset, you'd be like, no. I was just yelling the name of my music band.
There you go. Exactly what we need. Well, for now, the Wiggles have the market sewn up, so they need some competition, I think. Because I'm pretty sure they might be upset, but they're not turning down those royalty checks, are they? No. No. Yeah. Imagine that. Like, I'm sending back this $3 million because I disagree with the way the music was used. Yeah, right, man. Whatever. I mean, it's probably not that much. It's probably only 2 million, but you know.
That's probably nothing to them.
Exactly. But hey, good times.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think we wrap it up there and
start recording.
We'll see.
Yeah.
See what we can come up with. All right, man. Have a good week. And
you too.
Next week.
Yeah. See ya.